Great Britain, the British Isles, Britannia. We all know what it means to be British. And of course we all share the same values.
Whoa! Hang on. Do we though? It seems to me there's a lot of debate about that.
Well, you can't get more British than Shakespeare.
What about music festivals?
Bangers and mash.
Barbecues in the rain?
Seaside holidays.
Chicken tikka masala?
Bagpipes.
Seagulls?
Royal Guards.
Folk music.
British bulldogs. Taxis.
Carnival? Bowls? British values. What do you think they are and what do they mean? We sent a film crew out onto the streets of London during the late Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee to ask random people some key questions about Britain's identity. Are you British?
I am, yes.
Yes, recently. This is the 5th year that I'm living in the UK and I am applying for become British. That's why I am still learning from it. I'm from Iran.
I'm as English as they come.
Yes, in education, in values, and in understanding the system. Yes.
I'm Welsh, actually. I'm from Wales. I now live in Newcastle, but yeah, British through and through.
Yes.
No.
We are from India and we are just students here, master's students.
Yes.
I am British, born in Scotland, but I classify myself as British subject.
What do you think of when I say Britain?
The Queen, the castle and the corgi.
Good humor. Football. Rain, although it's not raining. The bus.
Of course, yeah.
You have a pretty flag. Traditional royal telephone. I mean, not the royal.
Number one is the monarchy, because there is no other country on the planet Earth that has a constitutional monarchy that has that unique arrangement between parliament, the ministers, and monarchy.
What do you think Britain's values are?
There ain't any, that's the problem, eh?
Things like democracy is obviously really important for our country, and we see around the world where that isn't the case, you know, and how sad that is.
Fairness. That means everybody has a say, everybody has a part.
Hospitality, accommodating all people from all around the world, and me as well. And the second thing is that they're very kind and very warm.
No, today everyone's out being patriotic, isn't it? But yeah, any other day, no one's too English, are they?
Being kind. Help each other. And go to the pub and have fun.
British values used to be according to scripture, according to the Bible.
When we talk about British, we're talking about generosity, caring, and consideration for other people. Humanity, everything.
Multicultural, big thing, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I think there's a stigma with British. I think for a lot of people it's probably being well spoken. I think it's being quite upper class, and I think that stigma hopefully is now gone.
Having your own individual views, teaching children that they should have a right to be heard, and we should listen to them and respect their views, and they should therefore respect the views and the rights of other people that they're growing up with.
Next, we told them the government's 4 official British values: democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance for those of different faiths and beliefs.
I think they're very good. They should stick to them.
Yeah, I see it in everyday aspects of my life. I can feel it and touch it. Yeah, all these 4 values, especially democracy.
Are the British living up to those values?
Tries to.
Yes. We are.
No, do we out? No, not all. I don't think so.
I think generally the majority of people want to, whether our leaders do is another matter.
Well, you can't live up to them if you forget God. See, if you forget God in your life, you live a life of sin.
They're very supportive for us, and they are always ready to accept everyone from any country or anything like that.
I wouldn't agree to that. Probably.
Yeah, no, I don't think fully. Yeah, rule of law, I think that's a difficult one. I think you should learn enough, I think, this day and age, and especially down to being able, like, competent when you leave school to be able to say, well, what is right and wrong.
Not every member of the country is equal under the law, and especially doesn't have, which is quite hypocritical.
Can't preach something and then not do it.
Democracy can be quite a big thing in terms of what we have that other countries necessarily don't, and I think sometimes that can be in a positive or a negative manner.
Sometimes there are only poor choices, but we still have to make a choice.
And the actual concept of monarchy is completely contradictory to democracy. It's the sense of this one person who has arbitrary power.
We're supposed to be the United Kingdom, but in my opinion, we are now the perverted kingdom. The situation is now, lying has been institutionalised in the political realm.
You definitely feel that our British values have been lost, it seems.
Not lost, destroyed.
What examples are there of British values in action?
I got a neighbor, she's almost about 70 years old, and she told me that she's got to throw a party for the elderly people that are living in the care homes, and she's doing very much in order to prepare food for these parties, for the Platinum Jubilee parties, and I'm so excited to see how she's keen to prepare everything for the people.
Where we live, near Tynemouth, the north coast, there's some groups that support people who are struggling with mental health, and they do go by wild swimming early in the morning. So there's groups for children and for adults to get into the water on the North Sea, right, pretty cold, and doing that fresh in the morning in the middle of winter is really helpful for your mental health.
Through work, we have the values of, treating everyone fairly, making sure that, that we take everyone at face value, that nobody, prejudging or down to, anything to do with religions or ethnicity or anything like that. And I think you need to have those values going forward because everybody's equal on that point. So hopefully that's what the next generation will see.
Any country's values change with time and vary from person to person. Traditions matter more to some than others.
Ha! Indeed they do.
But new traditions need the chance to evolve. What do you think of the government's official values? And what makes Britain, Britain in the 21st century?